And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Got a great one lined up. Where are we going to start off today? Gosh, the acting comptroller of the currency, that's the boss of all the banks in the country. He gives a speech in England. We're going to go over that speech. It's very, very good for the banks of the United States of America. Banks are going to be jumping into crypto. We've got, what's the next article? Oh, damn. Okay, that's the first article. The banks have been given a fucking green light for crypto. That's amazing. I love it. Number two is about the same awesomeness. The NASDAQ is using R3 Corda, and the New York Stock Exchange is going to be using Circle. Circle's backed, or Circle Crypt stablecoin is ran on the Stellar blockchain. That's fucking amazing as well. Let's go to the next article. Oh, shit. There's a crypto exchange called Jump Crypto, and it's working with a Ripple company to get the institutions into crypto. I fucking love it. What's the next article, Crypto Hulk? Holy shit. Well, the next article is this. We have the Bank of Cyprus is now adopting ISO 20022. Swift is right there. They have crypto wallets. Ripple is there and a bunch of partners along with Stellar. Holy fuck. Crypto Hulk, what's the next article? Quit getting greedy. The next one, let's see what the fuck. That'll be enough. I got one last one. And actually, I might pull it out. I'm going to pull it out of my ass. Hold on. It's a banks get the green light from the office of the comptroller and the currency. This is like an actual article. It's not about the England when the comptroller of the currency, when he went to England, he gave a speech. This is a separate article. It's pretty close. I think I'll bring it up anyway because it's going to really, really reinforce. It's going to show you how banks have the green light, everybody. This is so amazing. I'm telling you what, you are at the tail end of cheap crypto. I'm just letting you know. I don't know how much longer this crypto is just going to sit down there at really low prices. I mean, the institutions are getting set up. They're not buying. You're not rich tomorrow. But what I'm saying is when the comptroller of the currency, when the boss of all the banks in the United States says, you got a green light, go for it. Just be smart. Don't do any dumb shit, but be smart. Kind of like, it reminds me of being in the Army. And every Friday we'd have a safety brief at like 4:30 p.m. I think we had to be there at 4 o'clock. Okay. 1600. We show up. Everybody'd have to stand around, make sure everybody's alive. Your little platoon sergeants would tell you what you're supposed to hear and all that. Then eventually you'd have like the brigade command sergeant major there. A lot of them, not always, but especially if it's the 4th of July weekend, it's, oh shit, yeah. I mean, you'd have, the top, you'd even have the sergeant major from the whole like Fort Stewart and shit there, like, and all the brigades are there together. Don't drink and drive. Don't beat your wife. Seriously, tell you all this shit. Don't drink and drive. Don't beat your wife. Always go someplace with a buddy. It's really good advice, too. Because a lot of these guys are, I was already married at the time, and there's like, she's got like 3 kids in the house. I ain't doing a fucking thing except trying to stay broke. But I didn't have a problem with this shit. I was already 39, 40 years old. I'm not doing no dumb shit, But a lot of the guys that join the Army, they're 18, 20, 22. They don't know. They had fucked up parents and stuff. So, but it's kind of like that. We are at the tail end, and something is coming because the institutions are ready to jump in. I'm going to show you that today in today's program. You're going to be at the tail end of getting cheap crypto. I don't know what you got, a month, 6 months, end of the year, January 1st. I don't know what happens to prices. If we're talking about stable coins, which we are, they're going to get the green light. And I want you to know that all the cryptos, think of XRP. The Ripple Labs US dollar stablecoin, that's designed to help the value of XRP. Oh, shit, crypto. But now remember, here's the buzz buster. Here's the buzz buster. You got private ledgers in the beginning. Oh, fuck. That's right. So these motherfuckers are going to probably start off on private ledgers. Guess what? You got dark pools. Weird. I'm the one who showed you. No other channel. But we've got dark pools. So Jed McCaleb taught us about that with Mt. Gox. And what that means is these fuckers are buying crypto and it's not showing up on the order books. They buy and sell. They're not showing up. I showed you the Mt. Gox page from like 2014 or 12 or whatever the fuck it was, somewhere in there. It was a big old scam that happened. And how we found out is I just showed you the Mt. Gox website told us. Well, it was like in beta testing. I have the Mt. Gox webpage, but in beta, and it shows about dark pools, and they straight up fucking tell you, you can buy it. It's not going to show up on the order books. I'm like, aha. So, Crypto Hog, why is the prices not going up? Well, if you'd watch my fucking show, dumbass, instead of asking fucked up questions, because you're watching retarded ass crypto influencers all over the place trying to moon boy and hype boy and all that shit. So if you watch my fucking channel, you'd know. But you got private ledgers all over the fucking place, and you got dark pools they're all using. So you're not going to know. Your little fucking weeble shit, and then you set your price limit. Look, I'm telling you, man, this shit ain't going to fucking work. Dark pools, okay? And private ledgers, they're not showing up on your little fucking uninverted cross and double Fibonacci and planet Uranus. That shit's not showing up. All this chart analysis is so fucking stupid. It doesn't account for probably all these institutions are going to go dark pool. All these institutions are probably going to use private ledgers to start off with, or maybe half their business, shit they don't want everybody to see. Then it'll just be for the OCC and all the rich banks. The very, very top people get to go into these private ledgers. And the rest of us, your chart analysis and you're setting your little limits. Hey, I got Caleb Brown and everything, and that's all cool. I love him and stuff. But you know what? The dark pools and shit at these different places is going to hide and it's going to obfuscate. 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 I didn't mean to say FU. I just meant to say obfuscate, meaning confuse, like I'm doing to you right now. So, first 5 people on the channel. Christoph Stuttering Stanley. I don't know how to say that fucking name. Christoph? I don't know. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Tennessee XRP. Forrest Gump. Those people in Tennessee, why do you talk like that? Why do you have to go all talking like this when that's not even, hey, Cletus, come over here. Where's that chicken? I thought you're going to barbecue some chicken. We get some grits. Like, who the fuck talks like that? It's not even, who made that shit up? Why can't they all be like people that live in Nevada and just have a normal accent, right? Then you got the English with their funny accents, and the Irish, and the Australians, except for people like Caleb Brown. All these countries have funny. All these countries have funny accents. Where'd they get that from? Crypto Hulk, they were around before the United States. So technically, if anybody has an accent, it's you because it came after them. They've been around for a couple thousand years. Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, never mind. I was never a history major. Equal opportunity offender, though. That's definitely what I am. Wayne Williams is here. MK_P, Thomas Cox, and God First End. All righty then. Happy Mother's Day to mothers that might be here. I got probably 3% of my viewers are female, and maybe 1% of them are mothers. So to the 1% of viewers, happy Mother's Day. That's actually the most important job, in my opinion. When I first got married, we had a child. I worked. She worked part-time. But yeah, she was working for like Johnson & Johnson. Had a terribly successful sales job. Like sales winner of the fucking California. Oh, yeah, she was a fucking genius. But she became pregnant and she became a mom. Here's where today's Mother's Day message. There is a point to this because talking about mothers are extremely important. And she chose to work part-time at that job. She was ready to go off back in, 1998 and make $130,000. In today's money, that's fucking, $250,000 or $225,000. Yeah, that's the start. But she chose to become a mom. She asked me, hey, what do you want to do, Crypto Hulk? We're having a little girl. And I'm like, I'll just work. So I graduated college real quick. I was going to go for a double major, English and psychology. I decided to just cut loose, graduate. I was almost done. I had about another quarter to go, and I would have had a double major in psychology and English. And I chose to go right into law enforcement so I could support my daughter. And there's that story. And the ex-wife became the mother. We lived across the street from a blue ribbon school. That's one of California's top 10%. So I purposely upped and moved to a very expensive neighborhood where I couldn't afford a house. I could afford like 1,100 square foot condo. And that shit back in 2003 was like $400,000 condo. And that was back in like 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago, my 2-bedroom condo in Fremont, California was like $410,000 or something like that. God, it was a fucking expense. Nowadays, I'm sure it's $700,000 condo. But I had to live in the best neighborhood, and I earned money. That's what men do, is bring home fucking money. And I was able to have a $400,000 condo. And my daughter lived right across the street from a blue ribbon elementary school. So that's what I did. That's what men do to provide for their families. And mothers take care of the children while I'm at work making money. All right. A couple people gave donations. So thanks to the mothers. That's a very important job. We chose not to put my daughter in daycare. I said, you're super smart. Her mom has like 2 or 3 degrees. And I said, you can take care of the child and I'll work and make money. But I think she did work part-time, but our kid never went to daycare. Ricardo Ruiz, welcome to entry-level membership. Electric Thor, thank you very much for that donation. Show Hulk some love on helping us get rich and hit that thumbs up button. Thank you, Crypto Hulk. We got Arthur L. says, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers here on the Hulk show. And he gives 3 roses and a tax-free donation. I want to start the show off. So what I wanted to do was Crypto Hulk normally was getting 1.4 million views a month. And YT decides to butcher the channel. I get about half, I get about 40% of that now, like 660,000 as opposed to 1.4 million. So let's do this to help out the program. I'd greatly appreciate. I'll do my best if you just do a little bit for me. Okay, that's a great deal. Plus, you're going to end up rich. If you have no money to donate, great. This works out perfectly for you. Okay, in every top chat, just put any fucking thing in there. Okay, after the show in the comments, put any fucking thing in there. what we want to do is we're communicating. We're not manipulating statistics. We're communicating. And if your way of communicating is high, then that's good for me. I don't tell you how to communicate. That's your style. Next, like every show, save every show to your favorites. Share this program with yourself as many times as you want and other people. And the goal is to help them, remind them to watch the show, including yourself. Again, we're not manipulating algorithms. Lastly, but not least, it's very critical. Get 8 of my programs, put them in a playlist, play them every day. Now, what some people do is go to YouTube to drop the volume. Don't do that, because that sends a message to YT that you're not watching the show and that you're manipulating. Now, what some people do, don't do this, though, is while the show is playing, they just simply push the volume button down on here and have it quiet. That's manipulating the algorithm. We would never, ever think of doing that in this show because there's advertisers that pay for you to watch, and I don't want to be accused of manipulating illegally. So I encourage you to watch every single show. I was just showing you what not to do with the volume button, and that's... Yeah. So yeah, just play that every day for 8 hours. That'd be great. While you're at home, just let it rip, or while you're at work, let it rip. And YT can go suck a big D. And let's start with the news. All right. Let's start. We're going to start here with the comptroller of the currency. Let me show you. This is directly from the United States Comptroller of the Currency button. Brian Carlson's like, his comment is you gotta love it. Brian Carlson's comment is FYT, and that's for sure. Oh my God. Isn't it sad we have to use this fucked up platform? I wish there was one just as equal to this. God, that would be awesome. All right. And everybody would leave, and YouTube would end up fucking losing half their customers, and they'd go fucking bankrupt. So here's the article here. Let me click out of this. Make sure I sent it to you. Okay, I sent you the article. Let's look at the front page. This is dated May 8th, 2025. If you look here, it says Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. It's www.occ.treas.gov/news-issuance. It says, so we know this is all legit. The name of the acting comptroller, his name is Rodney Hood, Hood. I don't think he's from the hood. At least we hope not. But if he is, maybe he's street smart enough to get something fucking done in government. If we look at this announcement here, it says Washington acting comptroller of the currency. Rodney Hood today discussed agency priorities at the Building Society's annual conference in Birmingham, England. So we have the comptroller of the currency. Now, I want you to see what's going on. This is a coordinated effort, everybody, because some people are going to ask, why the fuck is the comptroller of our money over in England? Oh, we're going to go over. There's a project called REACH, REACH. It's a global project. Oh, shit. Wait till you see what's going on. Look, everybody. We all have to get on the train at the same time. I know Rosie Rio said the train's left the station. That's all good. But guess what? If everybody doesn't have a ticket, this fucking train ain't going to fucking move. Now, the difference is some people are going to be up in first class and some people are going to be back in the caboose. All right. I'd rather be up in the first class section on this train ride, however long it lasts, before we all end up slaves. Mark my words, we will all end up slaves. We'll be on the train. We'll be up at first class, enjoying the fine dining and the fancy everything up in there, and la-da-da-da-da, and going through life, living like a rock star if you want, or I guess they don't have rock stars anymore. It's 70s and 80s. So we're living large. I guess that's the term all the young kids use these days. No, Crypto Hulk, that was like in the 80s. Well, whatever the fuck, living good, okay? Living good. Or here's what we got. In his remarks in England, the acting comptroller, Hood, what's up? Hood, highlighted the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency's work to reduce regulatory burden, improve financial inclusion. This is what we're talking about. Financial inclusion. I keep talking about Africa and third world countries. You will not be crazy rich until we get the whole world hooked up, or like fucking 90% of the world, 85%, whatever, something like that. The whole world will be hooked up before you're popping bottles with models, driving Lambos with hoes. Does that sound about what some of you guys are going to do? No, Crypto Hulk, most of your viewers about 30 and 40, and they don't talk like that. All right, thanks for being a buzzbuster. Now, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, his job, and it's because it's a he this time, is about financial inclusion. Hear that word, that phrase, that concept? Supports innovation in financial technology. The comptroller of the currency, all the banks need to support financial technology and innovation, unlike what Biden was telling all the governments to do. Digital assets, they need to, let's look here. Support innovation in financial technology and digital assets. The United States banks are being ordered by the comptroller of the currency to support innovations in digital assets in the federal banking system. I'm like, holy shit, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. He also emphasized that banks and other financial institutions have a role in expanding economic opportunity. Oh, wow. Fostering trust and building stronger, here we go, more inclusive communities. Oh, fuck. No one's being left behind in this. I'm just letting you know, we're not all going to take off and be all fucking rich and everybody's going to be broke in the world. They may be broke, but they're going to be hooked up in the system, okay? Let us look at the actual speech. We're going to look at the speech right here. Wait a second. Oh, dang. Pizza Shark. God bless all you big-hearted people. You know what? I haven't had pizza in a long time. It sounds good. Not right now, but I might have to go to some place called Pizza Factory in Reno. They got salad there, so God bless all you big-hearted people. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. That's amazing. Some of these people on this channel. Here's the speech right here. The actual speech. It's dated May 8th, 2025. We're going to skip right to the paragraph that I want to. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About the 8th paragraph. Okay, page 2. Very bottom of page 2. Now, what's in the beginning? What's on pages 1 and 2, Crypto Hulk? It's kind of like a preamble. The comptroller of the currency, the acting comptroller of the currency, is kind of giving a history of the banking system of the United States, discusses Abraham Lincoln, inclusion of people in the banking system. He gives a little history real quick because he's speaking to a bunch of bankers, so they have to reflect. It's always good to reflect on your history to know where you came from, right? So you know maybe where not to go back to in your past and blaze forward. So let's go right here to the last 2 sentences. Go to page 2, the very bottom. It starts with this in paragraph number 8. The institutions we supervise. So he's talking. Listen to this. I want you to see what's going on. This is not just an article about American banks. It is, but it's about all the banks in the world because they're all going to be linked up. Look, you can't have American banks think that Bitcoin's a currency, and then fucking African banks think it's a commodity, and then European banks call it a security. No. Look, two things we need to have to be rich. Here we go. I've only been telling you this for about 3 years now, okay? Global crypto regulations that are the same. Number two, global tokenization. We got to be on the same page. Right here, he's speaking. Rodney, the acting comptroller of the currency of the United States, he's the boss of all the banks. I might kind of paraphrase this and stuff, okay, just to make it easier to understand. The institutions we supervise range from the largest publicly traded global corporate stock institutions to smaller member-owned mutual institutions. So he's saying, look, all you bankers, we're in charge of the biggest corporations and the poor people that need us. They're little banks. They got their little accounts. We've got to look out for everybody. Sounds good to me. Let's keep going. And every single one of these institutions, big or small, has an opportunity. Indeed, I would call it imperative. This is like very, very important, he's saying, to advance the objectives of financial inclusion. We're not leaving anybody behind. I'm just letting you know. And to positively affect unbanked people. That's poor people. And underbanked people that there might be a bank. They might have a bank near them, but it's 20 miles away. And they got to get on their horse or their goat or whatever. I'm serious. Like in Africa, maybe they got to walk 10 miles to the fucking bank and it takes them like 8 hours or something to get there or something, right? We got to do what? Bring those poor people into the banking mainstream. Are you hearing me? Next paragraph, go to page 3 at the very top. Since arriving at the OCC in February, I have focused 4 specific priority areas. This includes so here's the bank, the United States boss of all the banks. Listen to what this guy says they're going to do. So I'm telling you right now, I don't care what the fucking price is right now. I'm showing you what the head of all the American banks, the Office of the Comptroller of Currency, is telling the entire world that they will be doing also. Okay, America's leading this thing, and they're telling all the banks in the world, here is what we're doing. And you know what? Unofficially, they're saying you're going to do it too. All right. This includes reducing regulatory burden. That means ease up on the crypto laws, something that Gary Gensler and Joe Biden did not do. They made this shit so fucking crazy town. Reducing regulatory burden to ensure that regulations are effective and not excessive. Got it? So that the institutions, like all the banks we supervise, can thrive and innovate. The absolute opposite of the Democrats and Joe Biden and Gary Gensler. The banking president of America's banks wants the banks to thrive and innovate with cryptocurrency so people can grow. Okay, that's what's up. It also includes embracing bank and crypto partnerships. Now, they use the word fintech. I want you to see, he wants banks and fintech companies to join together to work together. Banks and crypto companies. There you go. Because what? Innovation is not optional, but it's essential. This is all the exact opposite of Biden and all the Democrats. When deployed responsibly, responsible crypto, I totally agree with that. Financial technology can broaden access and enhance efficiency, deepen relationships between banks and customers. Listen to what he says. I'm also focused on expanding responsible bank activities involving crypto to support the 50 million Americans who now hold some form of cryptocurrency. Regulated banks must keep up with this transformation. Are you hearing the word transformation? I'm going to take a break on this, read some comments, because this is fucking amazing. I'm showing you right now how all this is going down. Now I want you to think, what cryptos, if you're brand new, what crypto out there is dealing with banks? Well, we know right off the top it's XRP. When I first started, they called XRP the banker's coin. Like all the Bitcoin people, listen to this, these fucking dick suckers. All the Bitcoin losers will be like, oh, XRP's the banker's coin. We got Bitcoin and, the banks are going to go bankrupt and we're taking this shit over. And I'm like, wow, do you really fucking believe that shit? Or who's paying you to say that? Or are you high? Because you must be way higher than I am. But yeah, the XRP is a banker's coin. That's why I got that. You know why I got Caleb Brown? Oh, shit. Now he's bringing in a sponsor. Because 1,800 banks use Caleb and Brown's custody solution called, the provider, Caleb and Brown's custody provider, which is BlackRock. I'm having Fireblocks, not Black. I've been reading so many fucking BlackRock articles. It's making me fucking sick. Fireblocks. The reason BlackRock is using Fireblocks with BNY Mellon, I want to be there right with these banks. I want to be there right with the banker's coin. I want to be with the banks, whatever cryptos are using, XDC, XRP, XLM, shit like that. The Quants and all the ISO 20022 cryptos. That's where I want to be. I want my money, I want my crypto not on some wallet far, far away on planet Uranus. I want my crypto where BlackRock's crypto is. I want to put my crypto where BNY Mellon is, and that's in Caleb and Brown's Fireblock solution that they use for custody. That's where I want mine. 1,800 global banks and financial institutions like Deribit, the world's biggest derivatives crypto exchange, uses Fireblock. See, that's where I want to be with Caleb Brown. I want my stuff with Caleb Brown right next. I want BNY Mellon on my right, BlackRock on my left, Deribit in front of me. Like, that's where I want my crypto, not on some fucking hardware wallet somewhere on planet Uranus. That's where I'm not trying to be that person. When all this shit goes bad and there's all these, whatever happens, I can't say the word, then guess what? I'm right there with the biggest banks in the fucking world. I'm this poor guy. Poor is a relative term, but when I look at my left and they're worth 5 trillion, I look at my right and they're worth 500 million and I don't even got fucking nothing. Maybe I'm not poor like some beggar somewhere, but compared to these people around me, I'm fucking like faux show. So, Hulk, you forgot your disclaimer. Oh yeah, my name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about finances. I don't know anything about hardware wallets. I don't know anything at all. I'm so fucking high right now. Before every show, I snort like 30 lines of cocaine, inject so much heroin. It's crazy. It's coming out my pores. I take roofies. I take date rape drugs personally. I don't know why. I just pop them myself. And if I start getting a little snoozy, I'll just snort a line or two of methamphetamine. I'm good to go. Back right at it again. I have a chimpanzee next to me, and I have an adrenaline shot. And I've informed the monkey if I go into cardiac arrest, just stick that thing in there, and then push it into my heart, and I'll be good to go. Okay. So that's how we run shit on the Crypto Hulk channel. All is one. Thank you very much. Out of the casino, got some pizza. Hulk time late fee. Right on, dude. Appreciate it. Hey, whatever you can do. Like, oh wait. Jimmyography, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Pressure cooker is about to blow. You know what? I feel that it is. We are in the last times. We are in the end times of cheap crypto. I mean, look what I'm showing you. Wait, hold on. Chris Shimaki says, damn, I love this channel. Me too. It's actually a pretty good channel. Don't forget the midget. Oh my God. Let's see. Quaaludes to the Quaaludes. Oh my God. Oh man. Okay, so that was, I'm not going to go through the whole article. That was good enough. You get the fucking point. The American banking system, everybody. Bueller, the American banking system. The richest country in the world, America. The most powerful financially. And I think militarily. As long as we can get rid of a lot of these government program people that were hired, kick them out, put in real people that earn rank instead of giving it due to some kind of sexual fantasies they have with midgets and hot dogs, and get real men in the military and shit like that. And we got laser weapons that only the aliens know about. Oh, shit. Loving the monkey, says Eric Grasso. I don't have an exit strategy. That's for fucking retarded ass channels. If you know anything about crypto, which I'm not going to answer that question right now because it's off topic, but you'll know. If you watch my channel, you'll know what to do. Because these people that have exit strategies, they're the dumbest motherfuckers on the internet. How are you going to get out of an asset that can perpetually keep your family rich for eternity? You're so fucking stupid watching these channels that, oh, what's your exit strategy? I'm going to call my broker and get my exit strategy. There is no exit strategy. It's eternal wealth forever if you're in early and you do the right fucking shit, okay? You just live off the interest, folks. You start, we'll deal with all this shit. We're not even past like being broke, and these other people are asking. The fucking plane hasn't even taken off, and I got people asking me, when is the vacation going to be over, Crypto Hulk? It's like, if the whole Crypto Hulk channel rents a fucking plane, that would be a bad idea. But I'm just saying, in a perfect world, but not this world, we all rent a fucking 747 jumbo jet. It's a pretty good idea, Crypto Hulk. And then we're on the runway. The thrusters are going. Like right now, the thrusters are going. Okay, the thrusters are going. They're opening up that shit. And the jet shit's starting to come out the back. And we're ready to go on a vacation. And somebody says, hey, Crypto Hulk, what's the exit point? And I'm like, who the fuck said, get off this plane? Get off this plane. We haven't even taken off yet. How the fuck are you going to ask this question? You know what? You're done. Your vacation is done. You're not going to Hulk Island. Get the fuck off. Stewardess, get these people off. All of them that ask, what are your selling points and all this shit? Get them off the fucking plane. We haven't even taken off yet. These are the kind of people you don't want at a party because they'll be called the buzz buster. Just when you're getting a buzz going, they'll say some dumb shit, the dumbest shit you can think of, and just start busting your buzz. All right? All righty then. Mark, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Hulk, love the deep dives and this community. Thank you, Hulk, for all you do. Well, right on for that there, buddy. Chubby little buddy. Okay, let's go to the next. Yeah, fuck it. Let me look at the time here. Okay, forget the other banking. I'm not going over the OCC. Not that other article. Let's go to the stock markets. The NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange. I just want to remind people of shit that happened in the past and what just happened most recently in the past. Let's start with this. May 9th, 2025. May 9th, 2025. DeFi, which is crypto, DeFi Technologies receive approval on the NASDAQ to list on the NASDAQ. Oh my gosh. So this company called DeFi Technologies is now allowed to get on to the NASDAQ exchange, a financial technology company that pioneers the convergence of traditional capital markets with the world of DeFi is pleased to announce it has received approval. So you get a company that deals with DeFi and mix it with traditional companies. There you go. That's just got approved. Upon commencement of the NASDAQ, the company's common shares will cease to be quoted on the over-the-counter markets. DeFi Technologies will continue to trade on the CBOE Canada, which is very interesting, and the German exchanges. Securing our NASDAQ listing marks a significant milestone in our mission to bridge the gap. Here we go. I want you to hear what's going on. This is so fucking massive, okay? I don't care about the price. I seriously don't. I want the prices cheap. I want these prices cheap. I get paid an allowance on May 1st. I'm sorry, June 1st. And on the 1st of every month, I get my paychecks for at least the next 1-2 months. Excuse me. June, July, and August. I need it to go at least that. But look what we got here. Securing our NASDAQ listings marks a significant milestone in our mission to bridge the gap between traditional finance, which is like the old school way of doing shit, okay, and decentralized technologies. This uplisting is a reflection of the strong fundamentals and momentum behind our business. We believe it will enhance our visibility, improve liquidity, and provide broader access to our company for what? Institutional, that's where all the money is, institutional and retail investors who want exposure to the future of finance. Oh my God. What do we got going on again, Crypto Hulk? You got a company that is mixed up with tokenizing real world assets, putting it into DeFi, which we haven't really even talked much about on this program because my program is focusing on cryptocurrency. DeFi will be the next step, okay? And that's what I have not put in years studying. My studies are in the cryptocurrency, and then as time goes on, look, there are cryptos we're going to talk about here in a minute. There are two particular cryptos that are specially designed for DeFi. Now, that is going to be in the future. That's why they're not pumping right now. These two cryptos that we're going to talk about here are DeFi cryptos. That's why I read the NASDAQ for you, because the NASDAQ now is opening up the floodgates for DeFi. I'm going to tell you two DeFi cryptos that you need to seriously consider. The prices are super fucking cheap. No one's buying it because we don't have DeFi right now. When this DeFi thing takes off, these other two cryptos we're going to discuss, you already know what they are. They are DeFi cryptos, and they will fucking go up like a Roman candle firework, okay? So there's that article. Now, we're talking about the NASDAQ. Oh, here we go. Time to drop a truth bomb. We're talking about the NASDAQ. We're talking about a company that deals with DeFi on the NASDAQ. Guess what cryptocurrency company the NASDAQ is using to manage crypto? R3. They're using the R3 Corda platform. Here's the article. It's from, just 5 years ago, April 29th, 2020. It's only been 5 years ago since NASDAQ is using R3 Corda for managing digital assets. Oh, shit, Crypto Hawk. Are you fucking serious? Now, R3 Corda, what crypto is that? Let's take a little look here. That'll be the XDC crypto. Right there. What does that article say, Crypto Hulk? Right now, Crypto Hulk, I'm juggling sharp knives while I'm watching your program, so I can't really play with my phone. Okay. R3 Corda set to go DeFi. Let me repeat this again, because we're talking about DeFi and the NASDAQ, and that R3 Corda is working with the NASDAQ. So let's figure out what that's a platform. R3 Corda is a platform working with the platform of NASDAQ Stock Exchange, that platform, but they're going to need a crypto to go with it, and it's XDC. R3 Corda platform network, let's call it, is set to go DeFi with XDC. This article is 2 years old. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. That's why XDC is 7 cents. Now, you can go on my sponsor, Caleb and Brown, register for free. You got to have $500. I'd put that into XDC. I got more XDC right now than XRP. Next, Flare. Flare is another cryptocurrency that's main design is set up for DeFi. It's an Ethereum virtual machine crypto. Okay, now it's 8 cents for the XDC. I'm telling you, these are DeFi cryptos. We are not in DeFi yet. That's why these are cheap. When DeFi starts to become a thing, this shit's not going to be 2 cents for Flare and 8 cents for XDC. It's not going to be 2 and 8 cents. Now is the time to act on what Crypto Hulk's talking about, okay? You got a Flare page. This is called the Flare.network. We look at it right here. Oh, look, right there. It says Ethereum virtual machine. It says Flare is an Ethereum virtual machine compatible with out-of-the-box support for all your favorite tooling. Well, since we're talking about Flare and Ethereum virtual machine, let's go to this page right here on how Flare is built on the XRP ledger, and Flare is a Ripple partner. You know they are. Right here's your evidence. XRP. You have a Flare.network page, and it shows XRP. An introduction to XRP DeFi. Oh my God. Crypto Hulk, what do we got here? We got Flare Network that has Flare, which is a crypto, which is going to use XRP in the world of DeFi in the future, okay? Now, Ripple has on the XRP ledger, the XRP ledger foundation, all the nodes on the network had a vote. They had a consensus of 80%. They all voted to put the Ethereum virtual machine on the XRP ledger as a side chain. That's where Flare comes in. Now it's interoperable with F assets are going to be huge. Passive income. Bye time, I'm telling you. Now, Axelar is a bridge. It's a partner of Ripple. It has Ethereum virtual machine bridges on it for the XRP network to work. What Flare does is what Axelar is going to do is help this Ethereum dumb shit work. So you get the Polygon layer 1s and 2s, whatever the fucking shit is, and it needs a bridge or whatever. That's where it needs Ethereum. Let's say an Ethereum needs to communicate to a Cosmos or something. Axelar will come in there and act as a bridge, a master translator, and help shit get done, basically in a nutshell. I'm not worried about how technically this happens. I don't fucking care, honestly. That's just basically how it happens. I don't got time either. Right here, we got a page I can't really... Okay, let's do this. I'm going to copy and paste. I did a search query on Google or with Google AI. Here's what I typed in. Is XDC crypto a DeFi? What does Google Intelligence say? Yes, XDC network, formerly known as Zinfin, can be considered a platform that facilitates and supports various decentralized finance DeFi activities. So yes, XDC is a DeFi crypto, like I said. We are not in DeFi yet. That's why it's so cheap. It's at 7 cents. Flare is also a DeFi crypto. We are not there yet. That's why Flare is not even quite 2 cents yet, okay? When we get to a place that DeFi is a thing, those two cryptos are not going to be 2 cents and then 8 cents for the other. Trust and believe, okay? Now, you're early to the party. I'm showing you this. These cryptos are fucking welfare cheap, okay? Now, here is where Securrency comes in. This is the XDC network. It's at xdc.org. You have the XDC network. Now, XDC is the crypto. You got the XDC network to integrate groundbreaking DeFi from a company called Securrency. Remember this name, Securrency. Now, this article is from 2022. This is about to get so fucking huge right now. You have no idea. XDC is going to go from 7 cents to like $5,000, $10,000, $50,000. Watch this right here. We're talking about Securrency, right? Okay. Securrency hooked up with XDC Network. XDC Network is working with R3. The crypto is called XDC. What we're looking at here is the DTCC. This is the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation. What do? They control every single stock, bond, derivative, swaps, future, whatever the fucking all that shit is, which I don't understand. The DTCC controls all that. They took control of a company called Securrency. So now you have a global stock, bond, fucking derivative, everything worth $3 quadrillion a year. The DTCC controls that. And they have a company called Securrency that they bought. They also work with XDC Network. This is going to be so fucking huge. Next. The DTCC is worth about $3 quadrillion per year, the amount of money that they clear. I want you to see this right here. Here's a DTCC page. It's dated 3 years ago. If we look down about this far from the beginning, you can see where it says this. DTCC has selected what? R3 Corda as the underlying distributed ledger technology. What this means is that the whole world's stock markets are going to use R3 Corda, which uses XDC crypto. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 7 cents a piece. It's going to control, let's look down below. Well, no, let's go to this article next. This one's a better one. This is where the DTCC that controls all the stock markets in the world, not a big deal, talks to the United States government. Now, let's look here. What we're looking at is a speech of what this lady said. Her name is Nadine Chakar. She works for the DTCC. She is the managing director. Okay. She's in charge of $3 quadrillion a year of money movement. Let's go to the 4th paragraph, last sentence. Right there it says, processed $3 quadrillion right there. Now I say this. Let's say that takes XDC up to about $80,000. All right. Now let's say I'm wrong. And I'm only like 1% right. I'm 99%. Let's say this. I'm 99% wrong. That would still bring XDC to like maybe $800 a piece, maybe $1,000. Maybe I'm like 95% wrong, whatever, okay? That still has XDC at $1,000 a piece, and you're paying 7 cents? Just so I put that out there. Lastly, we are talking about the NASDAQ. We're talking about the DTCC running NASDAQ and all the stock markets and all these things. Let's not forget Circle. Look at that article right there. Let's see what that article says. ICE. ICE stands for International Continental Exchange. What is that? The same people that own the New York Stock Exchange. So let me replace how this sounds. The New York Stock Exchange, one of the biggest stock exchanges of the world, the New York Stock Exchange and the stablecoin Circle, they sign an agreement because the New York Stock Exchange wants to incorporate Circle's technology into the stock exchange. Holy shit. Now, Crypto Hulk, how can I take advantage of this and maybe make money? Well, let's look here. Let's see who Circle is running on. And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. YouTube shut the program off, so I had to get back on. Sorry about that. I guess they knew what we were talking about. It was getting pretty hot there for a minute. Terrence McNamara, love the XDC story. Thank you for that tax-free donation. I appreciate that. We were talking about how Circle and the New York Stock Exchange are going to work together. And what I was trying to show you, which probably didn't go through, is how Circle runs on Stellar. So let me show you that right now. There's that article. What's the title? This is from circle.com. Experience the power of USD Circle on Stellar. There you go. Now, Crypto Hulk, is Stellar interoperable? Yes, it is. Here's why they're not using Ethereum. Because you need to be interoperable. So Stellar, oh, there's Wayne Williams. Thank you very much, Wayne. Tax-free donation. Another FYT contribution. This is like, wow. YouTube is like the lowest class generic fucking platform. It's just right above knuckle dragger status. And even the people that work there too, they're so fucking retarded ass. Look right here. We have a Stellar website article, stellar.org, and it says Allbridge launch connects Stellar, Ethereum, Solana, Celo, and Polygon. What we have here is a company called Stellar. They're working with Ultra Stellar, and they have a crypto called Allbridge. That's the bridge. Like Ripple's got Axelar, Stellar's got Allbridge. So why is the New York Stock Exchange hooking up with Circle? Is because they are on a platform called Stellar. And the platform of Stellar is interoperable because it has something called ALGO that links up all the Ethereum-based dog shit, okay, to make that Ethereum-based dog shit work. There you go with that. Okay, everybody. We're at the 1 hour mark, and I think we're good to go. Let me spend a couple minutes on questions. So I'm going to go into the top chat. If there's a question that I haven't addressed, then I'll try my best to answer it. I don't know everything, but if you have a question, now's the time to ask. Awesome Show Hulk says freedom rings. It takes work, but it comes out well. My job, like I used to be a teacher, so what I'm trying to do now is teach based on the evidence that I have. I'm not saying I have the answers. What I do is I present evidence, and then we all have to kind of hope that this evidence is going to get us to where we want to go. The evidence is real. I just can't predict the future. I don't know when all this stuff goes. It's kind of like we're watching the house. Okay, we're watching a building get built. Okay, maybe we're looking at the foundation. I can't tell you how tall this building's going to be, but I have a feeling it's going to be really, really tall. See, that's where we're at. Like the foundation. When you start talking DTCC, oh shit, you know that motherfucker's going to be 130 stories tall. When you start talking about BlackRock utilizing certain cryptos, it's pretty certain those cryptos are going to go 130 stories. You know, what I try to do on this show is show you the biggest companies in the world, what projects they're working on, and what cryptos they're using. It's a fucking no-brainer. Now, how much do they go up and how fast? I don't fucking know. You should be lucky you got this channel. It's a free channel. And you should be lucky you're learning this information that nobody else is putting out. I'm not a fortune teller. Go to Las Vegas or Reno and find the Zoltar game, put in your dollar and get your fortune told through that. Hi, my name is Zoltar. I read your fortune. Go talk to Zoltar if you want a fortune teller. All right. This ain't the channel for that. Chris Sharpie. The people of YT love having their cheeks. I'm sure they do. I don't want to show up at any work parties. I'm not trying to work for YouTube and show up at like some kind of work party. It's going to get all kind of weird on me and shit. I'm going to have to wear a chastity belt like they had in the kings and the queen days of the 16 and 1700s and shit, where they'd have to put a chastity belt on the queen. Yeah, so thanks, Chris, for that. And now here's a really important question from OG Sega Steve. This is a very important question. Hulk, please tell me that once you get stupid rich, you will buy a real pet chimp and name him Zoltar. Okay, I can't give you the answer for that right now, but thanks for the very important question. Appreciate that. Zoltar. You know what? I'm going to go online. Fuck it. After the show, I'm going to look up this website. It's zoltar.org/shop. I'm going to look that up and see what I might buy something just for fun. Zoltar. I think that's it. All right, I got to go. I got to put the show together for tomorrow morning. And I got to write myself a note so I don't forget to take the trash out. Fuck, I got to do that first. Monday morning is trash day. All right, right now, what's the time? It's 5:06 p.m. Pacific time. 6. Give me like a couple of hours or so. I'll have a show. Well, I'll see if I have a show. It was starting to look a little slim tonight for news. Let me do this one now. If I can put news together, I'll have a show at 7 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. In America, it'll be Monday, May 12th at 7 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. So other than that, I'll see you on the next broadcast.